All right, y'all. Welcome back. Welcome back to another episode. Hashtag CB99 Talks, episode 137. And yeah, I'm live, y'all. What's going on, y'all? I'm back. Feel like it's been a minute. Hold on. All right, just get my charger. Get my charger together here. What's up? What's going on? All right, y'all. So yeah, man, it's actually been kind of a crazy weekend, man. I mean, I had some people asking me about a lot of different fights, and I've been checking them out. I've been checking a lot of different fights out because we didn't have UFC this weekend, and people think that's like the only go-to when it comes to fights. But me, I be pulling the shovel out. I be digging for fights, man. I be at work, be like, what's on this weekend? I'm gonna find something to watch. All right, I don't care if it's two women fighting in the Target parking lot. Nah, I'm just playing. I ain't watching crap like that. I ain't watching nothing like that. But no, it could be like a local cage setup. You know what I mean? It could be just like a exhibition match, like the lowest level. But as long as it's sanctioned, I'm gonna watch it. All right. I'm gonna still watch it. What's going on, y'all? Easy said, what up? Yams, he said, with Danny and Carolina, I never heard of them up until a few weeks ago when judging by the poster, they look pretty similar. Could be long lost sisters. Yeah, Carolina been in the game for a minute, man. I'm telling you, you got me feeling old. Yeah, I mean, I've been watching Carolina throughout her whole career. I mean, help me out, yo. How long has Carolina been in the UFC? Like 9 years now, almost a decade. She's back again. She's back in the top 15. She's been in MMA since I want to say 2013, 2012. And she's been in the game like 11 years. So yeah, but yeah, man, we back. A lot of fights going on this past week, and there was a couple that I know. Shout out to Gabby had asked me about as far as Bellator. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't go back and watch this fight. Like, hold on, y'all. What was it? The one Bellator fight that was like the other weekend. I know I was supposed to watch it and just see how well Sarah Collins did, but I didn't. I didn't watch it. I didn't watch that part of the Bellator card the other week. I did watch contender series fights and everything, but yeah, PFL, I caught some of that, so I'll talk about that a little bit because I like what I'm seeing from some of the flyweights there. But when it comes to the PFL roster, I still think, of course, some of those girls need work, but they put on some shows this weekend. Yeah, what else we had? Yeah, Easy said Canelo 6. What's up? He said Canelo and Charlo. What it came down to, I picked Canelo, man. I picked Canelo. Oh, okay. He's not Carolina Kovacic. He's talking about Wajik. Oh, Carolina Wajik. Okay, yeah. They do look like sisters. They do look like sisters in this picture, man. I forgot it was up here. Danny, I knew that was gonna happen too, man. Because now that you bring them up, yeah, I always thought they looked like Danny and Carolina. I was like, hold on. Now I was like, is that the same girl? But no, one's Carolina's Polish and Danny is Irish. So yeah, they do look alike though. They do. They really do. But yeah, we're gonna talk a little bit about that card because I know one new subscriber, Paul, was asking if I was gonna cover it. So I said, yeah, I can. I'll talk about it. But yeah, let's start here. Let's go back a little bit, man. Gabby asked me about this fight here. Well, no. First I watched this fight between, because this is basically what I'm doing this weekend. This show, I'm gonna say, what was I doing the past couple weekends? That's the name of this one, man. What did I do the past couple weekends? Well, I was watching fights, and more fights. And yeah, the boxing real quick. Charlo, I knew Charlo wasn't gonna win that fight. I wanted Charlo to win because Canelo is kind of gets on my nerves a little bit now. Now that he's been undisputed and he's kind of had this easy path. He thinks that, and for the most part, yeah, Canelo, he has good names on his resume, but every now and then, when he's picking the right opponent now, you know what I mean? So fighting Charlo after a year off, a guy that's moving up 2 weight classes, I was like, okay. I don't think Charlo was gonna get knocked out because he's durable, but he wasn't gonna win the fight. All right. So yeah, Canelo, 12-round shutout. Maybe 1 round for Charlo, but Canelo, that's it. Yeah, easy. That was one fight. I said, no, Canelo bit off more than he can chew. Bill was gonna whoop him. I knew that was gonna happen. Bill was gonna whoop him. And Better BF might become the first person to stop Canelo. Let me go ahead and put that on record. If he fights Better BF, which I don't think he ever will, Better BF will be the first person to stop Canelo. And that's for sure. So he needs to stay away from them guys. Go ahead and fight Benavidez. Go ahead and fight Benavidez. Leave both Charlos on because other Charlo ain't been fighting in almost 2 years. So forget it. Right. But yeah, man, I don't know about most of y'all. If y'all got a chance to check out Bellator the other weekend, a couple of fights on there. Mackenzie Stiller. I follow her and she follows me on Instagram. She goes by Mac Judo. She's going by the name of judoka. She's got a ground game. Chiara Pinko, she's been in the Bellator organization for a minute, and Bellator, you really don't get to see them that much, man. Like, really, you don't get to see these girls fight that much. So when they come along, you gotta enjoy it, man. I mean, I know y'all feel the same way, man. Like Bellator, you might get to see your favorite fighter over there, if you have a favorite fighter over there, maybe once a year. Okay. Kaz said, he said, hey, bro, how come you only cover boxing and female MMA? I just cover it because that's what I like. I cover what I like. I ain't going to talk about what I don't know. You know what I mean? I know MMA period, the men, but I just cover boxing and cover WMMA, that's just me. Yeah. So everybody got to have their specialty, I don't tackle more. I don't bite off more than I can chew, So I'm Canelo. I'm picking and choosing. Call me Canelo because I'm picking and choosing. Just playing. Okay. Yeah. Anyways, where was I? Yeah. Mackenzie Stiller. Yeah, she's a cool fighter. Follow her. Mackenzie Stiller. I was picking her in this fight because I said, Chiara is a good stand-up fighter. She's a good striker, but I don't know how she's going to handle that ground game. And she had a good first round. Chiara Pinko kind of looking like Montana De La Rosa a little bit when I see her. I'm like, she looked like Montana, but I think she strikes better than Montana, actually. But Montana's got a better ground game. But yeah, Chiara was landing some good shots on Mackenzie Stiller the first round. But then Mackenzie, she took over and just drowned Chiara round after round after that. So it was her fight. So yeah, I thought Mackenzie did a very good job of just taking over, just controlling her like you see in this picture, tossing her around and just mauling her and crushing her, So yeah, good performance. But like I said, and I think it was also Gabby, one of the followers. Chin, what's up? One of my followers, Gabby, she said that she doesn't understand why Bellator even sign strawweights. And I'm the same way, man. Like, why sign strawweights? Why do they sign these strawweights? They only have a strawweight division. But hopefully, Mackenzie Stiller, she can get the work in that's necessary over here. Get the work in, move on, maybe get to the UFC at some point, Sinead Kavanaugh and Sarah Collins. I see Sarah Collins, she was actually working her striking in this fight. From what I've seen, I didn't watch the whole thing, but it was a close decision win for Sarah Collins. She's only like 3-0, so I'm definitely gonna give her a pass. And taking on a veteran, I think Sarah Collins, she still is a beast, and she's still on the come up. And working with what she has, and there's only like 7 featherweights at this point. There's only 7 featherweights ranked in Bellator, so yeah. But at the same time, she's gonna be fighting experienced fighters no matter what. So Sarah Collins, shout out to her. What else did I watch? Oh yeah. Hold on. So Easy said, It's good to be different. He said too many channels cover the men. The ladies need love too. Yeah, the ladies need some love too. Yeah, they do. They do. And I don't think a lot of them understand like the few channels that they do have on YouTube, they need them. I'm gonna just say that. Like a lot of the women probably don't understand, like, hey, y'all really do need it, because outside of a few channels on YouTube, not too many people know who they are, you know. But yeah, that's for real too. But yeah, I watched, what else did I watch? Yeah, I watched the Contender Series fight. I watched a few of those. I watched that other one in the previous weekend, the strawweight fight between I can't remember the girl's name, the one that just won contract, Stephanie Luciano. And Dana, he's kind of been a little bit more lenient, man. Like he's giving out contracts a little bit more, you know, it's just, I won't say carefree, because it's still meeting what his criteria is, but Dana's kind of been kind of nice with the contracts somewhat, because yeah, Stephanie Luciano had a draw with what's her name, Talita Alencar, the previous week on the Contender Series, and he gave Stephanie a contract off a draw because he felt like she was doing a lot. You know, he felt like she was doing, you know, some good work in there, enough to, you know, enough to impress him and just to put on an action-packed fight. So, you know, even though she didn't get the victory, he still gave Luciano the contract. So I was like, okay, Dana's trying to be fair here. Then the next week, or what's her name, Erstina Kareski. Wow, I forgot her name. How you pronounce it? Kareski versus Carly Judice. That fight too, man. That was a close one. That was like a split decision for Ernesta. But Dana White gives both of them contracts. You know, he gave both of them contracts. Yam Yam said, I've not been watching much fights for a little while. I've had a lot of health issues and seems to be getting worse, and I'm sorry for not being involved in your last stream. Oh man, that's no problem, man. I mean, hey, you get better, man. Hey, health issues, I know, man. I went through a rough one beginning of the year, man. You know what I mean? Like, let me just say, I caught it in time. But yeah, I was going through some things at the beginning of the year, Yam. So hey, man, hey, I'm praying for you. Whatever it is, hopefully, I hope you get through it. Hopefully it doesn't get any worse. But yeah, you ain't got to apologize for not being involved. I mean, if you can just chill and listen, hey, I appreciate that. But as long as you're here with us now, man, it's all good. Yeah, I know exactly where you're coming from, man. I know exactly where you're coming from. Rough beginning of the year. And I had COVID last year too, man. Then I had something worse than that. So yeah, I know. Jen says she just got over COVID. Okay, yeah, I'm glad you got over it. But yeah, I had COVID last year around this time. And then after that, at the beginning of the year, I kicked off with another illness, you know, but I had to, you know, I got over it, you know. So yeah, I feel you, man. That's why, you know, we watch the fight game, or, you know, you get knocked down, you get back up, bro. That's all it is. But okay. So yeah, Contender Series, Ernesta and Carly Judice. That was a good fight. Dana, he saw fit to give them both contracts. So I was like, okay, yeah, he's starting to be a little bit more lenient. He enjoyed the fight. Ernesta's only like 5-0. Carly's only 3-1. So I'm happy they got the contract, but at the same time, I hope they don't. Well, whatever happens. I mean, they know that with only this many fights, they still have to step their game up. You know, signing girls with only 3 or 4 fights, they'll have to step their game up. Look at Juju. You know, Juju came from Tough House, came in with like 2 or 3 fights. She's learning also. So Carly Judice, hopefully she learns behind the scenes and she can step it up, you know, just like that. Hopefully, because, you know, these girls, There ain't no pushovers, you know. The lower girls ain't no pushovers. You know, Veronica Hardy proved me wrong, man. I thought Juju was gonna beat her, man. But shoot, I thought Juju was gonna go in there and beat Veronica Hardy. But hey, Veronica Hardy said, nope, I'm gonna show you something. So I hope Ernesta and Carly that they're ready for that hard reality that's coming in. Because Dana, I know he wanted to set them up because they put on action-packed fight, but some of these other girls ain't gonna go for that. They're not going for barn burners. They're gonna be knocking you out. Oh, BJ's in the building. BJ, he said I'll be back live tomorrow, bringing that heat. I will be tuning in, BJ. We miss you. We miss you over here. We've been praying for you. I know you've been going do some things, man. So can't wait for you to come back because hey, it's a big fight week. And you know, send out that link because you know I'm gonna troll you. I'm gonna troll you. You know it. Robot Chicken said these girls would beat Juju Combo. I was never high on her great personality though. Yeah, the girls come. Oh, you think these girls will beat her? Oh, okay, I got you. You think these girls will beat Juju? I got you. Yeah. Ernesta can hit hard now. Ernesta, I like her. I like what I'm seeing from this girl. Can hit hard. You know, but you know, right now Juju's on that losing streak where she knows her contract is on the line, so she might come in there and do something. But you know, they're all in the same category. They're all in the same category right now. They got stuff to prove. They're still green. Carly, I'm a fan of this girl. She fought on a fractured foot on a 10 days notice type of thing, you know. So I give her credit, man. That girl's something. Maybe try to get an interview with her. So I don't know why. Just reaching out, you know, try to get an interview with a couple of them. Gabby said Polo Street and Jillian both mentioned they have fight news announcement. I wonder if they will fight each other. Possibly. It could be Polo Street and Jillian. It might be them. Because the same thing happened with Vivian Arujo when Casey O'Neill first announced their fight. They were first announced to fight like that. Yeah. Yeah, I said thanks, Combo. I just like to be honest. I'm sorry to hear that you wasn't well, but I'm glad you're feeling okay. It's mainly mental health, nerve, and disc damage in my neck and back, and found a lump. Oh man, nerves. Oh man. Oh, you ain't got it. Ain't about being negative, man. Just just chill and enjoy stream. It's all good. I mean, negative. It's part of life. You know, negative is talking trash about fighters and just trolling me or something like that. But I mean, if you're sick, you're sick. That's how I see it. I mean, we just got to deal with it. I mean, it's a downer, but it's a part of life. That's how I see it. So it's not really being negative. Chin said, who y'all got? Ricci and Loopy. Early look, I got Loopy. I'm gonna say that right now. Easy said he got Loopy too. Okay. But yeah, past couple weeks, we've been having some fights. Can't say I've been bored at all. And contender series, girls like Ernesto and Carly. I keep bringing them up because I'm a little worried for them. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little worried for these girls. They put on an action-packed fight, but y'all never heard me say this more than. Y'all never heard me this worried about a fighter, but I'm kind of worried about them, man, because I hope they don't come in here and get starched, man. I'm just looking at Gabrielle Hernandez, Petrovic, Teresa Bleda. Thankfully, Teresa Bleda getting her work in, though, man. Teresa's over in Thailand getting her work, so she understand. What else? Oh, yeah. What else we got? I also watch these fights, PFL. Did y'all watch PFL? No. Highlights. Scratch that. I watched highlights because ESPN would not put this on ESPN Plus. All right, they would not put this on ESPN Plus in the US. So I said, you know what? PFL Europe, PFL no. And I don't have the zone anymore. So I was like, y'all really don't want us to see it? PFL Europe. It's in Europe, but y'all don't want Americans to watch. So I said, forget it. Because I'm going to check out highlights. I got ESPN Plus for y'all to shut down the fight event on me. It's like, Y'all trying to milk this thing, trying to get everybody to buy the zone, but I'm like, I don't want the zone. I got ESPN. Let me watch it on ESPN. You know, why don't you just let me watch on ESPN? So I just went back and watched highlights. What I seen though, shout out to Chanel Dyer. She's on the come up. You know, she defeated Luisa Fernanda, and this girl's got some good striking. I mean, you know, she's a former Muay Thai fighter. She putting that work in. She was dominating. You know, good ground and pound from what I seen. You know, she's on the come up. Chanel Dyer, man. Talk to her every now and then, and I believe shout out to our coach. I think coach did an interview with her before. You know, when she was on the come up, I actually caught that interview, and you know now she's 3-0. She got some good work in on the amateur scene too. She fought, you know, the UFC just signed Petrovic. Yeah, she fought her in amateurs. She fought Shauna Bannon in the amateurs, you know, who just got signed to UFC. So, you know, wow, those girls got their push. You know, she's kind of slowly getting her work in, you know, which is good. You know, working on well-rounded skills, you know, striking, ground game, all of that. But the girl I think we all looking at right now that's a little higher up is Dakota Ditcheva. Easy said Dakota is the real deal. PFL got something with her, I'm telling you. Yeah, I believe that. I believe that. I don't think she's like UFC champion material yet, but she's definitely on. She's definitely got something. She's got something right now. This girl is being moved the right way. And at 25, 9-0, there's really no rush. This girl's 5'8", 70-inch reach. You know, she's got a solid stand-up game that nobody in PFL can touch right now. You know, Muay Thai and boxing. And she's adding the submission game to her arsenal. This girl can be a beast, man. Like she ain't even prime yet, man. This girl's getting working. Now I know some of the girls she's been fighting, some of them are gimmies, but everybody gets a lot of gimmies in the beginning. But she's doing what she needs to do to those gimmies. She's finishing them. So Dakota Ditcheva, I got my eye on her, man. Like I do. I don't think she needs to be pushed too fast, but she's going at the right pace. But from what I'm seeing, shout out to WMMA rankings, I see her talking a little bit of that good stuff, man. She said that, hey, I think I could fight Valentina Grass. I'm like, yo, did y'all see that? Oh man, don't even get me started, girl. Like, you know you ain't ready for that. But we ain't going to acknowledge that yet. I mean, maybe we can because it's going to tell us what's on her mind. What's on Dakota's mind? Don't worry about them yet. Don't worry about them. Don't worry about Grass on Valentina because you're gonna have to worry about a Jennifer Meyer, somebody like that first. Even Aaron Blanchfield. You know what I mean? But yeah, Dakota Ditcheva, she's got it though. I mean, she's got the talk, she's got the look, she's got the kill switch, she's got the skills. So Dana's not Dana, but PFL is definitely investing in her. I believe it too easy. You know, they definitely invest in her, and you know, like they did Kayla Harrison. But unlike Kayla, I believe she's a little bit more likable, and I think she's in the division where her skills are a little well-rounded, and she's in a division where, you know, the surrounding organizations are powerful. You know, they got a lot of talent, a lot of talent. Ooh, Easy said Dakota would have whooped Jennifer Meyer. Ooh, okay, he's taking it that level already. I mean, the girl is built too, man. I can't not look away from her abs. Like, you know, that's the one thing that just stands out about her. Like when she's always posing just the abs, I'm like, this girl's got the abs on her. Like, you know, Gabby said Dakota versus Manon. I would still say Manon at this point, or even Aaron. She's gonna have to do it. She's got to climb. She's got to climb. I would still pick any of those top level UFC fighters over her right now because the girls she's fighting now, you know, they don't stand a chance. Like some of them do, but some of them, you know, not yet. You know, some of them just ain't got it like that. But the girl she fought this past weekend, Cornelia Home, she's a familiar opponent. You know, she's fought Manon, she's fought Lucy Pudilova. Who else has she fought? Melissa Croden, you know how I check out. She fought her. Kind of like a journeyman type of fighter. You know, she's kind of rough and rugged, but she comes up short here and there. So yeah, Cornelia Holm was a game opponent for her. I like the combinations Dakota was doing in this fight. I mean, that ending combination, that body head combination that dropped her, man. Man, yeah, this girl right here is a beast. Her striking's on point. You know, her selection is just, you know, I like how she chooses, you know, she lets the shots go. Gabby said Dakota versus Teresa. Ooh, might have to say Dakota. Now that tells you where I see her at, right? I like Teresa, but Dakota's arsenal on the feet, no joke. No joke. If Gabriela Hernandez had hurt Teresa like she did in that last round, I think Dakota would finish her. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, yeah, I'm just being honest. What I've seen with what Dakota has on the feet, with what Teresa lacks, and her takedown defense is getting pretty good. Like, Teresa's still green too, so yeah, I would go with Dakota on that one. But when you go higher and higher, though, you know, I would have to still pick Jennifer Maia easy. I still have to say Jennifer Maia, and I have to say Manon, Tyler, Aaron. Those girls are still beat her right now. Even Chikagan. But what I'm saying right now is that she's in a good place, how she's being moved. Like, she could win this tournament for PFL, bag the experience, then take it over to the UFC and work her way up. And if she finishes up PFL looking like a monster, then, you know, she'll be ready to dominate the lower level girls, you know. But this is what she said recently on the MMA Hour. WMMA Rankings posted this. I feel like I could hold my own 100%. I used to look at them as my idols. I used to look at them as my idols and stuff. But now I feel like I'm slowly creeping up to their level. And she's speaking of Alexa Grasso and Valentina Shevchenko. Okay, so I mean, that's good. That's good that she's got the confidence. You know, she's shooting for something. You know, Dakota Ditcheva, she's undefeated. She's a budding star. She's 9-0 right now. She's confident. And with each win, you know, she's definitely going to start feeling herself. She's definitely going to start feeling herself. So when she says something like that, like, I used to see them as idols, but now I think I'm getting to their level, that's just saying that everything is paying off. Like, that she understands that I eventually am going to fight for the UFC one day, or I'm going to be a champion one day. And that's the mindset you want, right? Now, realistically, like, yeah, she's creeping. She's slowly creeping up to their level, but is she gonna hold her own right now? Nah, she can't hold her own against those girls. You know, they've seen too many things. Like, you know, they've seen this confidence before in girls, and they can shut it down right now. You know, Valentina can do it. You know, Valentina can still show you some things. Just because Valentina's losing to Grasso doesn't mean she's game to get beat up by Dakota Ditcheva. All right, that's Grasso simps. Listen up, okay? Just because Grasso could beat Valentina and maybe have her number doesn't mean anybody can come along and destroy Valentina now. Okay, let's get that straight. Okay, but yeah, BJ, you know, I got a bone to pick with you in your last video. I know BJ said Valentina. He put Valentina in the powerless category when it comes to her striking. No, Valentina ain't got no feather fist, man. You said something like that, but hey, you know, I'm gonna, you know, I gotta call you out on that one, BJ. I heard the video. We know Grasso has heavy hands, but Valentina, you said Valentina don't hit that hard. Valentina got pop. You might not have cement hands, but you got pop. Like, she might not hit like Amanda, but she's got some pop. To say she don't have pop, come on. Because there's different levels, you know. There's Caitlin Chikagan's level of, you know, striking where it's not committed to power. Valentina throws just enough to get your respect, and maybe rock you or knock you out depending on the situation. Then you got heavy-handed girls like Tyler Santos and precision boxers like Grasso who are accurate, which add to their power, But yeah, Valentina, she's not in the powerless category. Come on now. She get knocked down by Grasso. You think she ain't got no power now? Come on, BJ. We're gonna talk about that tomorrow. When you get on, man, you better send me a link because we're gonna talk, man. We're gonna talk when you come back. We are gonna talk. We got to talk. But yeah, I like Dakota Ditcheva. I like the energy. I like the energy we getting from this girl. I like the energy. Oh, BJ said Chikeg almost KO Ebos though. Oh, bro, you know that. You know that. You know that. I'm not gonna argue with that. Oh boy. Gabby said, I think Dakota could pull off a Michael Chandler if she play out right. She has 6 or 8 fight deal with PFL, so she probably by 28 once that deal is done, maybe be at the UFC and make her offer. Yeah, I think she'll finish it up. Well, of course, she's gonna finish her contract up, 6-5-8 deal, to get the tournament in and get a couple of checks. But getting to the UFC is definitely there. Come on, I believe that's why she's doing this whole thing, because to be the best, you got to come over to the UFC. You got to come over to the UFC and prove it, So yeah, I'm gonna be looking forward to that. All right. But yeah, good PFL highlights I watched because I didn't, like I said, see it all. But what else? What else we had this weekend? Oh yeah. Let me skip through some stuff here. ONE FC. Did everybody get a chance to watch the ONE FC 14 card this weekend by now? It was on Prime. Prime, I like Prime though, man. I like ONE FC on Amazon Prime, man, because you get to the way it streams. You can start where you can start from the beginning, or you can pick right up where you left off, even as a live. Sometimes ESPN won't do that. Easy said Valentina, Joanna Manon, etc. A lot of women were champs in other sports. Oh yeah, karate, Muay Thai, and so on. Taekwondo. Easy said I told you Han was getting stamped. I picked Stamp. I picked Stamp to win when it came down to it. The competitive part though was there. Like I told you, Easy, that left hand was going to drop Stamp and land, and it happened because he's still that southpaw style. I said that left hand's gonna be landing. You saw Stamp's eye swole. That thing was swole by the second round. But overall, Stamp had that dog, man, and that dog pulled her through. And she said, "You are not invading my space," and she got her out of there. But let's see. Yeah, ONE FC card was good. What's her name? Zhong Zing. She got a stoppage win over Wonder Girl. Pretty much was just pounding away, just outworking her, doing a lot of damage, man, and just putting that work in on her, backing her up. Third to that stoppage, Then you had Danielle Kelly win the ONE FC grappling tournament. It's just one full round, 10-minute round, just controlling Jessica Khan. Yeah, even that had some action in it. Oh man, the co-main event though here, y'all see Smila Sundell versus Alicia Rodriguez. Oh man, that Sundell TKO Rodriguez, man. Oh man, that girl's a beast. 18 years old, she like fighting Vladimir Klitschko in there or something. She just leaning on you, punching away, just throwing bombs, body shots. Oh man, the body shots that Rodriguez and Sundell were throwing in this fight were vicious, man. They were going back and forth. Like first round, I gave that momentum to Rodriguez because she was landing like good body and head shots, and she did damage to Sundell and kind of rocked her. But the momentum was definitely going to Sundell because she, was just so big, and she was taking everything. She was taking everything this girl was blasting at her, and she was coming back blasting her back with body shots. So I was impressed with the durability of Rodriguez for keeping it going, man. But when it came down to it, just too big, too strong, too powerful, man. Sundell keeping that belt, man. Let me see. Lolita said in the comments, did you see Shields at the Canelo fight? She looked good and she wasn't screaming or being obnoxious, talking like a normal person for the first time. I was enjoying listening to her. Oh, yeah. Clarissa knows her stuff when it comes to boxing. When she talks boxing or she's just having good conversation and you just conversing with her about fights, oh, she knows her stuff. But when she goes off on that Keith Thurman tirade, man, I don't want to hear that crap. I don't want to hear her talking about she can beat Keith Thurman, Triple G, or Sean Porter. They will all give her a concussion, you know? But yeah, when she talks boxing like a spectator or analyst, she knows her stuff. I love hearing her talk about boxing because she's a real student of the game, but she's getting into that realm, Lolita, where she's just like too too high on it thinking she can beat men, you know? And that ain't happening. Or let me say beat the pound for pound best men in boxing. That ain't happening. All right, so yeah, so hit that like button. We're gonna talk a little bit more here. Stamp, man. Yeah, easy stamp. Stamped ham. I mean, yeah. Canned ham. Stamped ham. Zoe Hom, yeah. She got stamped big time. I mean, and it wasn't like she got dominated because she did have her moments in the first round. I broke it down. You know, I think she thanks Lolita. I think she did have somewhat control, but the power of Stamp was too much. You know, the body kicks, constantly hitting her with the body kicks, and couldn't stay on the outside that long because the shots were too heavy. She had success with the left hand when she would set them up, but she had to worry about body kicks coming from both angles. When the body kicks come, you know, she got to watch out. So she tried to push her way in the third round, which was smart, but Stamp's got it covered there. She got it covered there, man. She got the tie clinch, knees to the body. That knee to the body got her. And then punches to the body. She goes down. And so I was like, okay. Stamp got one of the best body tags right now. You should see in WMMA, man. She's stopping girls, you know. Doesn't Ham have a freaky reach advantage? Let me see. She didn't if she did, I didn't really notice it in the fight because she didn't really get it. She really didn't like control well from the outside. She had her moments, but it's like for 5'2", 62-inch reach, I guess. Yeah, she got a decent reach. Easy said Ham is old though. Ham started off good. She got more aggressive and allowed Stamp to open up. Yeah, I'd say yes, she's definitely got years on her. I ain't gonna say she's old, but yeah, 36 years old. Yeah, she hadn't taken a lot of punishment throughout the years either. You know, this is the first time she's been stopped in her whole career. You know, she's been through some wars. I think she's been stopped early in her career. I'm talking like a decade ago. But dang, she is old. This girl is old, man. She fighting when I was in my 20s. Dang, the girl is old, easy. When I say it like that. But yeah, like throughout the past 6-7 years, she ain't taking too much damage. But she's not built the way Stamp is when it comes to offense. So, you know, fighting from the outside was the smart thing. You know, keeping that range, picking those shots from the outside, that was the smart thing for her to do as much as she could. Who in the rankings can beat Stamp? Dern and Yan, etc. I think Dern probably could. Yan might could too. Yeah, I think Dern or Yan. I actually think Stamp and Lucindo, yeah, that's a good fight. Stamp and Loopy would be a good fight. That's a good matchmaking, like good fantasy fight. This is a good, yeah. Stamp versus Loopy is a good fantasy fight, man. Somebody's gonna be bleeding in this fight. Stamp and Loopy. Yeah. I think Stamp would knock out Andrade too, where she's fighting right now. Well, yeah, Stamp and Loopy would be interesting. All right, Australia, what's going on? Stamp needs to fight Anissa Mexon. Man, don't even bring that up to me anymore because I that was a big letdown, man. Part of what I was going through earlier this year, add to that, that was a downer. That was a downer, man. Next to a rough start at the beginning of 2023 and then not getting Anissa Mexon and Stamp, I was pissed off. We ain't never getting that fight anymore, man. I don't know what they do, what the deal is with Anissa Mexon now, like as far as like what what one was doing with her, man. So where can it happen? I don't know. I really don't. Wow, I wasn't that depressed. It just sounded like it, but yeah, it just pissed me off that fight didn't happen. Stamp versus Zong, that's a good fight though. Of course, yeah, that's a real good fight. I would have Stamp in that fight. Gabby says Stamp versus Marina. Ooh, I would go Marina in that. I think Stamp, her offense is good, but that's exactly what Marina wants. Like Marina, she'll get hit in certain situations, but Marina can take a punch and Marina will slide out. She does have some tricky moments with her defense. I'll go with Marina in that fight. Stamp get hit though. That's one thing I like about her as far as her how she can regroup and come back. But Stamp does take some bombs. Ham was cracking her. Ham was cracking her in this fight. I mean, if you look at that eye, yeah, Ham cracked her a couple of times. You know, but yeah, that'd be a good those are good fantasy fights though. But moving on here, yeah, Angela Lee, as y'all know, sad man. Situation that's been going on with her, Angela Lee. Leaves it all in the cage, man. She retires. She relinquishes the title and hands it over to the newly crowned 3-sport champion, Stamp Fairtex. So that is kickboxing, Muay Thai, and MMA now for Stamp Fairtex. Angela Lee is done. And I won't say like done. Like, it's not. Well, it could be, but she's probably, like I said, she's in a place right now where it's best for her to retire. But let's see, let me pull it up here. She said okay. I'm here to officially announce my retirement. This is what she said last, Friday, whenever I was on live with y'all. I'm here to officially announce my retirement. It's been an incredible 8 years. I just want to say thank you to the fans, ONE FC, to the teams, to Chatri, everyone. Been so many battles in and out the cage. Last thing I want to say is to the fighters and to everyone out there watching right now is that the greatest battle we will ever face won't be with an opponent standing in front of us. The greatest battle will be within ourselves. We all go through struggles, but we all fight. And each day we are victorious when we choose to rise up in the face of adversity. So thank you guys so much. I love you. Thank you. Oh man, that's sad though, man. Like, it's one thing when somebody hangs it up. Like Nunes, it's sad to see her go, of course, but Nunes had already done so much. And, Amanda Nunes was capping her career off at that point. When she hung it up, it was kind of a shocker at the time because I was like, oh, she ain't going to fight Pena again. But then I was like, oh, well, Amanda Nunes is, done enough. She's done enough. We've seen her here and there. Bantamweight division isn't really like that popping anymore. She's beat everybody that she needed to beat. Amanda's the legend now. I won't say GOAT. Like I said, I don't do GOAT talk. But Amanda Nunes, when she retired, okay, yeah, it gets a little sad, but I can stomach that. Everything's cool. But when Angela Lee retired, it was, for other reasons. Like, the other battles, like she said, it's them other battles that you got going on in life. And you hate to see people kind of go through those things, especially like suicide, her sister, only 18 years old, then herself, almost taking her life, not being able to make weight, and just thinking that fighting was the only thing. So everybody, loves somebody that's dedicated to the fight game like I do. I love how Alex Grasso came up, won the belt. Valentina, long time disciplined champion. But there still has to be a line where you understand that it's not the end of the world. Like if you lose or if you can't make weight, sometimes it can be instilled in you the wrong way as a contender or fighter, to think that this is all that matters. And it's sad that is one reason she feels the need to retire, because of these battles, but it's necessary though. It's necessary so she can move on and see other things in life now, and say, okay, well, being part of the fight game isn't everything. There's another life out there. There's a lot of fighters that go through that though, because some people think that's all they're good at. That's all that they can do. But I think yes, the right choice for it right now. Better now than wind up hurting yourself in the cage or outside of the cage, by doing something, drastic, which pertains to the fight game. You know what I mean? So yeah, and just dealing with the whole sister thing too. They've been, man, those training sessions they had together, and the work they put in. You're always going to keep seeing that. That's something you won't ever forget. You'll see it every time in training and sparring. You're going to be thinking of that all the time. So it's probably best to kind of get away from it. Get away from it right now. But yeah, shout out to Angela Lee. I hope everything goes well for her. Yeah, definitely necessary. Definitely necessary for it to call it a day though. Yeah, for sure. Walter Bell said 15 watching. Do not forget to hit the like button. Appreciate that, Walter Bell. Mr. Bell, we got two Bells in the building. We got Marcus Bell and Walter Bell. No relation, as far as I know. Six said wrestling in the East is totally different than wrestling in the West. The West is more dirty wrestling. Y'all talking about wrestling, yeah. But you're not lying though. Gomes is live for KO. Yeah, Gomes is possibly going to knock Angela Hill out. Easy to remember. Oh man, Sergio Mora, dude was hella intelligent. Yeah, he's a smart guy. Just didn't have much power, but yeah, he's a smart guy. Yeah, I remember Sergio Mora from the Contender Series way back. That's where I first seen him on the Contender Series. Yeah, man, I remember that. But yeah, ONE FC was on point. That was just a little heart wrenching moment there, heartbreaking moment there with Angela Lee calling it quits. But that's what's best. Okay, not to leave y'all hanging on this. Invicta FC 54. Invicta is back. When was the last Invicta card? Like 7 months ago? It's been a while. And I think it was shout out to Paul. Paul River in the comment section asked me if I was going to cover this card or talk about it. And I said, yeah, I'll talk about it on the next show. And I'm talking about it. Yeah, Invicta FC 54. Let's see, Invicta FC's back. And they made their way out to the East Coast now. First time in Boston. They're getting closer. But I still need to go to a card, though. I still need to make my way to a Invicta FC card, y'all. 54 cards deep. I still haven't gone to any. I enjoy watching them at home, but you know what I mean? Like sometimes you want to get that live experience feel of one of these Invicta FC cards. So maybe next time they come out to Boston, I will. Or if they, wherever, Kansas City, I don't care. I'm going to go to the next one. But yeah, Invicta FC makes the East Coast debut on October 27th, last weekend of the month in Boston. Danny McCormick versus Carolina Wojcik. Title fight. My first reaction was, oh man, where's Fatima Klein? I'm not joking about. That's why I said first thing I was like, oh man, where's Fatima Klein at? But I'll take it. I mean, we're gonna get a war in this fight, but I just thought that she had earned it by now. Since some other fighters got signed and they left the UFC, I said, okay, maybe Fatima Klein, who's undefeated right now, maybe she'll get it. But nope. Carolina Wojcik, Danny McCormick, she won the belt off of Tina Black. Last card they had. When was that card? When was Invicta FC 53? I think of something. I keep on. I have to find out. Oh yeah, it was May 3rd. 7 months ago. Yeah, it's been like 7 months ago. Oh, I gotta fix my charger. Here we go. 7 months ago since the last Invicta card. That's a long time, seems like. But we back. It's back. And they have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually got 6 fights on this card. Because I just seen online one fighter I follow from Serbia. She just announced that she'll be on the card as well. They don't have it put on here yet, but she'll be on here. So you got 6 fights. Let's see, you got featherweight Julia Dorney versus Riley Martinez. Most of these girls are newcomers. They're just getting signed. Got a featherweight fight, strawweight fight, Hillary Rose. I've seen her before. Taking on Andrea Amaro. Got a flyweight fight between Christina Williams versus D. Begley. D. Begley was actually supposed to fight a couple times in PFL, I believe. I remember seeing that. Christina Williams fought for the belt. Came up short against, what's her name? Ketlin Souza. So she's back. Strawweight fights, you got Tina Black versus Isis Verbeek. Tina Black is a former champ. She trying to get back in her, in her spot. Tina Black, I hope she step her game up because I thought Tina Black was going to beat Danny McCormick, man. I thought she was going to go in there and school her, but she let the girl with the heart and tenacity just overpower her, man. Just smaller and dog her out. So now she's taking on Isis Verbeek. Isis Verbeek ain't no dog either now. Isis is a tough girl. Hey, I actually think this is going to be a more competitive fight than the title fight as far as just like a battle of skill and will, So you got Isis Verbeek, who came up short in the Contender Series a couple of weeks ago. Co-main event. Danny McCormick, Carolina Wojcik is the main event. Carolina, I want to say her last fight was it her fight that was kind of uneventful? It was kind of boring. I'm surprised. Like Ediana Silva. She fought Ediana Silva last time, and it was kind of a boring fight. I remember that because I think we were calling it. And we was like, "Yo, this is like Carla versus Rose." I know I'm not lying. I know it had to be this fight. Y'all remember that fight, right? Because I thought Wojcik was gonna go in there and bang because she fought. What's that girl's name? Cheyenne Bays. She fought Cheyenne Bays, and it was on. It was on fire. But when she fought Ediana Silva last time out, man, that jump was like Carla Rose to the third power. It was boring. I didn't expect that from her. But Danny McCormick, I ain't gonna lie, Danny, I've talked to her before on Instagram. I give her props because she tough, man. That girl is a tough, exciting fighter. I used to watch her in Bellator a couple times. I hit her up. But I know with her fighting, she's gonna be letting it go. This is a fun fact too. Don't she's fought for Bellator and did some she's had a pretty good amateur resume. She's fought Carolina Wojcik like in the amateurs. Just so y'all know. Let's see, she's submitted Clara Lopez. She beat Chiara Pinko before. So yeah, this girl, she's got some skills. She's supposed to fight last year against Fatima Klein, but that fight didn't happen. I would have picked Fatima Klein in that fight. Okay, so it was okay. Yes, Wajik last fight was boring. Okay, yeah, it was that fight. I thought it was, yeah, because I remember watching it and I was like calling it, and I was like, man, this ain't it. I started getting tired, man. I was like, what's going on? But yeah, hopefully, yeah, I think with the way Danny McCormick fights, Danny's going to make Carolina engage, and Carolina will react off of that. She will engage. So yeah, I think that's going to be a good fight. I think the main event's going to be good. I'll go with Danny though. I think heart and grit and pushing the fight and the pressure, she'll come out the winner. I seen her get dropped though, man. Like I remember watching some Invicta fight. Danny McCormick, she got dropped a couple times. She got back up though, but she got dropped. Oh man, yeah, it was that one Bellator fight where she got knocked out in the first round. I was like, yo, but I mean, it wasn't funny. I'm just saying, like, it was like the way she ate the punch and then she got back up. I was like, dang, man, Danny's a beast. But this one here, yeah, should be action packed though. I'm gonna go with the champ. I think she'll defend her belt in this one. And I do believe that if she wins, Dana might be eyeing to sign her too. Whether or not we feel like she, goes to that next level, I think Dana's kind of looking at that, bringing some more, Irish blood, right? There was yeah. So what do y'all think about that? Okay, y'all got okay, y'all said y'all got Danny. You got Danny. Okay, yeah. Tina Black fight. Last time I was a little disappointed. Fatima Klein should fight someone like Issa Verbeek. Yeah, that's a good fight. That's not a bad one. Danny versus Carolina might be a good fight. Or most of us might end up fighting not to go to sleep. Yeah, I don't think this one will be a sleep. I don't think this one will be that boring because I think Danny will bring some action. She'll push it. Lolita said, did you predict Carolina versus Belbita? No, I didn't yet. I probably will later this week, maybe. I'll get on maybe Wednesday and do it. I mean, early look, I'm rocking with Carolina because I think Carolina is a little bit more well-rounded. A lot more well-rounded, I believe, than the Belbita, really. All right. So been on about an hour, about to get off in a minute, but cut this show in a minute here. But just running through some other fights here. Yeah, there was some BKFC this week. I knew I missed something. Britain Hart, shout out to Britain Hart. I caught some highlights of her fight, and she was up in there beating the crap out of this girl. I mean, every punch she landed was landing. Britain Hart knocked this girl's teeth out where it is, man. Like she knocked some teeth out. Body, head. She was ripping this girl up, man. Yeah, Britain Hart still holding on to that strawweight belt. Who's the opponent? She TKO. Let's see. Britain Hart. Oh, unanimous decision. Never mind. Yeah, Britain Hart, mollywop Melanie Shaw. I mean, yeah, Melanie Shaw got beat down. I mean, she knocked the girl's teeth out, man. So I didn't know Britain Hart was like hitting like that, but I guess she's been, really putting it together since the last time. Well, yeah, yeah, she did beat Beck Rollins too. Yeah, she did beat Beck Rollins when she was on that comeback. Because last time I had talked to her, I did an interview with Becky. Dang, man, she's fought a lot since the last time I did an interview with her. Like beginning of 2021, it's like 2 years ago. Yeah, I interviewed her for the Paige Van Zandt fight. Yeah, I knew she could win that fight. Then she beat Pearl Gonzalez, that Jenny Savage girl. She beat Beck Rollins. So yeah, since then she's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She's like 7-1 her last 8 bare knuckle fights since then. So yeah, she's been swelling them knuckles up on people, man. Yeah, so I might have to, reach out and get her and do an interview with her again, see how everything's been going. But yeah, it's been about 2 years, and 7-1 since the last time I talked to you. Yeah. Not Paige Van Zandt, right up out of BKFC. But yeah, there's some girls that just need to go here, man. That I think in the UFC they just need to go over to bare knuckle boxing. But you got to have some type of grit. Like it take a special person to do bare knuckle boxing, and Britton Hart, I think, got to be special. Because boxing is one thing, but bare knuckle boxing is another, man. And the way they be letting them hands fly, straight said Britton the Dennis Hart, yeah. Robot Chicken said, some of my friends said Saw X was good. If it is, I probably won't watch it though, because I'm one of them people that have to watch. I have to see all the movies in it. I have to see all the movies in it before I watch it. So I'd have to watch all 9 before I could watch Saw X. Or like Friday the 13th. Like if I didn't see any Friday the 13th, I'd have to watch to get. If you wanted me to see 8, I have to watch the first 7. So I'll have to watch Saw X maybe in another 6-7 years when I sit down and watch the other ones, if I ever do. Easy said you gotta learn 52 blocks to fight in bare knuckle. Real talk. Oh yeah, I know about some 52 blocks. Yeah, know a couple dudes who do it. Know a couple guys who've known some guys, and I used to just be curious about it. I looked at a few videos on it, and yeah, I think combining 52 blocks with some other types of street fighting, those are kind of like some to build like a street fighting craft. I think 52 blocks is like a very key ingredient, for street fighting. Like, how do I describe it? Yeah, I think it is. I think it's like definitely a main ingredient to certain types of street fight. Lolita said all these horror slasher movies piss me off. A lot of the new ones I don't really care for. Andrade, Zombie Girl, and Pacheco would do well at bare knuckle boxing. Yeah, I did. I thought I did a video. No, I never did. I don't think. I did a list. I was going to do a list of girls that would do well in bare knuckle boxing. Maybe I'll record it one day. Maybe tomorrow. Who knows? But what do y'all think about Miesha Tate and Julia Avila as a main event? I know y'all love that. I know y'all loving that. Tate Avila is the main event in December. Well, for Avila, it's a good and a bad thing. I mean, good thing she gets more rounds, but bad thing, she's been off for a long time and she's in a 5-round fight, but maybe she'll rise to the occasion. Miesha Tate has definitely seen better days. I don't know. If she wins this, she's going to be calling for a title shot. I believe so. But I think Avila has that dog in her, man, to stop it. Stop it from coming. Stop it from happening. Yeah, Miesha Tate, she's seen a lot of days, man, where it might be time to go. Yeah. Louis, I don't understand how you can do proper elbow strikes with implants. Yeah, you've seen Kat Zingano, she had hers removed, smart move if you're going to keep fighting, I believe Pearl Gonzalez didn't one girl's, pop in a fight before. I believe one girl's implant busted or popped in a fight. I'm not trying to be funny or anything, but that's what I heard. I don't know if it was Pearl Gonzalez's or Pearl. Did they cancel her fight before because she had too big of implants or something? I can't remember. Somebody's popped before. I know that much. Somebody's implant popped in a fight. So I really don't see how you can fight with them things. Yeah, Lolita said hers is still there. Yeah, I mean, she makes sure she'll show them to you. I mean, every Facebook page, you're like, oh yeah, there they go. Why women get implants is beyond me. It ain't that serious. To each their own. But I'll ask that question when you fight. Like, why? That's how I phrase it. Because, like, If you want implants, fine. But yeah, if you fight, I'm like, I really wouldn't do that. Like Kat made a wise decision to taking hers out, and I think a lot of girls should think about it before they get into it. And I've always been one to say, man, if you're born that way, you just keep it. Whatever you got, you just keep it. I mean, I think a woman is still attractive with whatever she has and how she carries herself anyway. That's just me. Like, if they're not there, then they're not there. I mean, it's not a deal breaker on a woman to me. Like, if you just don't have it, I'm like, oh man, she's missing those. And I'm not going to talk to her. Like, it's never going to be a deal breaker for me. You know what I mean? But anyways, 6 at watching Miesha Tate fight now is like watching a beer leg softball player fight. Dang. Lolita, I was a teenager. I walked out of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre and closed my eyes at Night of the Living Dead. Oh, you missed some good movies. I've actually went to the location for Night of the Living Dead cemetery and the farmhouse where it was filmed. Well, Texas Chainsaw, man, I can walk out of that. I love that movie. That's one of my favorites. Both of those are my favorites right there. Yeah, plastics. Yeah, ravioli. Yeah. It's a killer. It's a killer, especially with them BBLs women getting now. But yeah, Miesha Tate, Julia Avila. I think it's going to be a bloody type of fight, bloody type of war. I don't think that this is going to be one where we see anybody comes out looking like a title contender or anything like that. I think Miesha Tate's just another stay busy type of situation. Yeah, Colostrum. I don't think Miesha Tate's ever really been the same. That cat fight took a lot out of her. Them type of wars take a lot out of you. They do. Like I think the Cyborg fight did a lot of damage to Holly. Like Holly's still fighting and on. You know, she got her skills up a little bit, but I think physically, she took a lot of damage. Gabby said, I wonder when the UFC will announce Pena versus Raquel. I don't know. I believe it's going to be in the spring, but they need to do something now. The bantamweight division needs some fire right now, just to keep it alive. But yeah, earlier y'all were talking about Ricci Lupi. I mean, I like the fight somewhat because both of these girls are live. They bring some action, but early on, I like Lupi in this one. I do. Unlike horror movies from the 80s, today's horror movies try to be too much for shock value. Yeah, I like 80s horror. I like 70s and 80s horror, even 60s, even black and white movies, but even in the 90s. But I don't really care. I haven't. What was the last new horror movie I've seen in the theaters? I can't remember. Yeah, they need to do something 135. Like they're trying, but it seems like the fire is all at flyweight, man. Regardless, like everybody you see, like even if the UFC wanted to get the lesser girls, even the lesser girls in flyweight are still action packed. I mean, Dana just signed these 2 girls that were trading, Carly and the rest. It's like even they bring some type of fire to flyweight. Or Dakota Ditcheva, you got her coming on the come up, but like bantamweight, like where's all the bantamweights, man? Like, are there really not girls fighting at 135 like that aren't that strong? I mean, Jacqueline Cavalcanti, Lisboa, Jamie Lynn Hoare, they look like some good girls. Like, they're some good fighters. Hopefully, Melissa Crowden, she can bounce back. Melissa Crowden fights this weekend. Hopefully she can get back into that mix. I still watch, still think she's a good fighter. I just was like, dang, man, got a little disappointed when she got dominated in that last fight. But hopefully Melissa Crowden can bounce back. Colostrum said Myra submits both Rocky and Pena. Chitara. The last horror movie I saw in theaters was that Barbarian. I didn't even watch that, Ravioli. I'm glad you said that because I was about to pull it up on Prime. But if it's that bad, I'm not watching it. Gabby said the talent at 135 needs to catch up to 125, 115. They do. I mean, like, is there really not any fighters out there that are that talented for bantamweight? I'm like, come on, like, where are they? It's just like we're getting a good streak. Even strawweight still pumping them out. Strawweight still got some good looks out there, man. Easy said Minoan would go to 135 and wreck that division. Either her or Tyler, I think. Well, Tyler would have to tighten up on that cardio, man, and she need to get her team together. But yeah, either one of them could do that right now if they wanted to. Tyler, I think, yeah, but known to be a beast if she stops cutting that weight. I think you might see like real power. You're gonna see some real power in Tyler Minoan if they move up to 135. I kind of wish they would at this point. Might go ahead and knock Juliana Pena out the box. Retire Rocky. Then Minoan might go in there and beat Myra Buena Silva again in a rematch. Kel Quest, what's up? I know I saw you in here. He said Scream franchise is the only good slasher. I actually don't like Scream at all. I tried, but I don't. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I saw Kelly. I saw Kelly here. He said Home versus Tate 2 needs to happen before both. Yeah, I think they just need to just wrap it up. Home and Tate's the fight that needs to happen now. Yeah, Ravioli said Tyler would have better cardio at 135. Yeah, she probably would have better cardio. Maybe the girls don't want to cut weight, might prefer to fight at 145. That too. Because, Chelsea Chandler fights 145 every now and then. They'll try to get a catch weight going. What else? Who else? Norma Dumont still stuck in that mix too. So, yeah, a lot of them don't really want to cut. They just need to find girls around that weight now. They should cross-promote 135's women's division. Straya said Kanako Murata versus Vanessa DeMarvelous, De La Rosa versus Aldridge this week, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I'll probably get back on talking about tomorrow. I just had a lot going on today, a lot to catch up on. So we'll do a show talking about all of that tomorrow. Not tomorrow, but Wednesday. Oh, yeah, because y'all know Bellator's got a good card. Bellator's got like 5 women's fights for Bellator 300. I know y'all don't care, but I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna watch Cyborg versus Cat. This is what Cat said she wanted. This is what Cat's gonna get. I'm not really that hyped, but I will check it out. I will check it out. We're gonna check it out. All right. Ali Malay and Liz Carmouche, we're gonna watch them. We're gonna talk about them Wednesday when I get back on. Gabby said Blada, Manon, Carly, Jamie Lynn Horth, Juju, Santos, Val should all move up. Well, Jamie Lynn Horth is a bantamweight. Jamie Lynn Horth is fighting at 125 for this Veronica Hardy fight, but she does. Oh, Six was on the production for the Eli Roth movie. I mean, I've been waiting for this movie for 16 years. Okay. Literally, I've been waiting for this movie for 16 years. Thanksgiving, yeah, Patrick Dempsey. It's actually not a remake. Six is actually a trailer. It was a fake trailer for the Grindhouse movie back in 2007. And yeah, Eli Roth just got around to making it. Because yeah, I remember watching the trailer for it during the Grindhouse movie back in 2007, and I was like, when's he gonna make this movie Thanksgiving? I was like, when's he gonna make it? And then it took over 16 years, and he finally made it. Six said Cyborg gonna smash Zingano. Robot Chicken said, did you like District 9? I gotta watch that. I gotta watch it. Paul said, dang, I just showed up late. I have to catch a replay and see what I missed. Yeah, I just talked about Invicta FC 54, Paul. That's why I brought your name up too, man. I name dropped you. I said Paul was the one that asked me about this, so you go back to the replay. But yeah, giving Paul a little recap here. Yeah, Invicta FC 54 is in Boston, you know, and you got a new fight on the card, but not all the opponents are announced. So yeah, like I said earlier, Julia Dorney, Riley Martinez, don't know much about them, but Hillary Rose, you know, I know her fighting for LFA, taking on Andrea Amaro. Christina Williams taking on Dee Begley. Tina Black and Isis Rabik. I got Danny McCormick in the main event too, Paul. But yeah, another girl I follow. Hold on, where is she? Yeah, Maria Jujic just announced that she's on the card, Paul. Just so you know, she's a Siberian fighter. So they're probably going to have 6 fights on this Invicta card. She just said fight announcement. It's been a few months since her last fight. A few months over a year since her last fight. But yeah, Maria Jujic said, I'm quite thrilled to let everyone know I'm fighting October 27th on Invicta FC. So yeah. So that'll make 6 fights. They just didn't put it on the actual card yet. James Press said, yo, let's cut to the chase. How delusional is your girl? Don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about, James. I don't know any delusional people. Oh, 6 said, okay, Eli Roth is a good dude. Okay, cool. And he said Patrick Dempsey was cool to work at Addison Ray. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I watched Cloverfield like one time and it didn't really do it for me. I watched Cloverfield like one time and I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm going to pull out my old Godzilla movies again. I was like, let's just watch Godzilla, man. Forget this. District 9, I'll probably have to check out. I still haven't watched it. "28 Days Later" and 28 Weeks Later, those are still like some of my all-time favorite movies. Dog Soldiers, y'all need to watch Dog Soldiers. That's like a good, I think it's like, yeah, considered United Kingdom. It was like a UK movie. Dog Soldiers, y'all need to watch Dog Soldiers. That movie's like 20 years old, but that is a good movie. Yeah, if you're talking like new horror, Dog Soldiers is good. 28 Days Later is good. Those are good movies. Cloverfield, I'll pass on that. I got it, but man, I bought it for cheap. Paul said Dog Soldiers was scary as hell when I was young. Oh yeah, man. Shoot, I just watched it again the other night, man. Like, been a long time, but yeah, I watched it, man. That movie is creepy. Being in the woods with them type of werewolves, man. Shoot, boy, that junk is scary as I don't know what. Yeah, best werewolves. Yeah, I think so too. Best werewolves, hands down, man. Like when I saw that, I was like, okay, yeah, these are the best werewolves. American Werewolf in London was okay. I mean, yeah, it was great. American Werewolf, but I mean, some about these wolves was just like next level, man. James Press said, "You're gonna play it like that? You know I have respect for your takes. I know you keep your calm. You keep up with everything. How delusional is the best average beast with that embarrassment? Honestly, James. I mean, it's just talk. It's just talk to stay relevant. But I mean, she got to be ready to back it up, though. I mean, for real. To say you weren't impressed, I mean, I wouldn't even say that because, you know, Valentina was in one of the biggest wars of her career, but it was still impressive how she dug deep. On Grasso's part, I think she could have did more being the champion at this point, but they both were impressive for the division. I mean, Manon could stop Rose. I'm saying, like, if I'm in the corner, she beat Rose, right? And, no doubt she beat her. But you got to go in there and stop Rose. If you want to say someone else wasn't impressive, and look, I rock with the Beast. You know that. I rock with Manon. If you want to go in there and stake claim, you got to go in there and destroy Rose. If she had destroyed Rose, finished her off with some body shots, and then she said that Valentina and Grasso weren't impressive, I would, I'd be like, okay, yeah. Manon just talking trash now because she's stopping everybody. But you just got to have that element, though. I mean, like, she's winning, no doubt. She's always going to, she's smart. She's a smart fighter. But to say Alexa and Valentina weren't impressive, I mean, it was impressive. It was an impressive fight. I mean, they dug deep. It was a very good technical and gritty fight. It was a good fight. Easy said Dog Soldiers was good. I watched it once and never watched it again. Oh, man, you got to watch it again, man. It was a good movie. 6 said best movie of all time. Best horror movie, Dawn of the Dead for me. 1978. Yeah, Dawn of the Dead, best movie of all time for me. Colton said, what'd you think when Alicia Baumgartner popped for steroids? Oh, man, disappointed. And since then, there hasn't really been like any pushback from their team. So I don't know what's going on with her, man, but it's a little disappointing now. But now you're definitely going to be looking at some of those wins, like as far as her speed and stuff, like not really her power because she doesn't really knock a lot of people out. But now you're going to kind of look like, oh, man, like what was she on there? Oh, she said wait, I'm talking about her saying she doesn't think the 10-8 round was surprising. Well, I know her, her boyfriend, her trainer, he said it wasn't a 10-8 round, and I agree with him. There were no 10-8 rounds. I mean, what else can we say? I mean, there's people that say there is a 10-8 round. I mean, I don't agree with it, but what else can we say about that? I mean, there are people who actually think it's a 10-8 round. There's actually people, aside from the judge, but there's people that don't even argue it. So, I mean, hey, whatever she feels like, hey. Gabby said, you think Kay Hansen makes a comeback to the UFC? I think she's got to do a little something for Invicta. Like, it's been a while since she fought. Brian said, when did she pop? She popped like a couple months ago now. It's like back in the summer, like in July or something like that. She popped right after her last fight. Yeah, she popped after her last fight. James said there's no people in the MMA community that say the 10-8 round is valid. She's the only person that said that. Well, I thought, who was making an argument here? Two Beasts, and who else was making an argument that it could be a 10-8 round? There's a few people. I mean, you mean like the hardcore MMA community, like the big dogs and stuff? Hey, all I know, it wasn't no 10-8 round. Yeah, that's true, Brian. Like Brian said, if she thought it was a 10-8 round was valid, then how can you not be impressed? Yeah, because that means you got a 10-8 over Valentina. When was the last time anybody got a 10-8 round on Valentina? I would have to put impressive if you get a 10-8 round on Valentina, a legit 10-8 round. And if you thought it was legit, then you would be impressed, right? I guess. I mean, I don't know. Dang, James said, forget about Two Beasts and 6. He said that was embarrassing. He said, not a single person in the MMA act like 10-8. And she was the only one. Hey, what can I say? I mean, that's her pick. I mean, I know she'll beat Valentina one day and beat Grasso one day, James, but I don't agree with the 10-8 round, not one bit. Not one bit. Not one bit, man. I sure don't. Now, like I said, if you were talking the second round, maybe. Who would have ever thought Grasso would have a close fight with Val? Right. I mean, whoever thought she would have finished her and then be having like a close fight where Val was having trouble, you know? Like, who would have ever thought, man? Who would have ever thought that? Easy said go on Big John's podcast, James, and he'll tell you why it was valid to him. Oh, okay. So Big John McCarthy said it was valid, huh? Didn't Kale Sonnen say that to her? Something like that? I mean, whatever Minone is saying, I mean, that's her opinion. I mean, it's not like it's going to affect her performance or it's going to stop the rubber match from happening. So to me, it's like, I'm only concerned about what she's going to do against Valentina Grasso when she fights him. That's all. Like, her thoughts aren't going to me, whatever she's thinking about somebody else's fight, like when she says somebody's not impressive, okay, I disagree. But what she's going to do in her next fight is what I'm thinking about as an analyst. That's what I'm thinking about. Now, her thinking somebody's a 10-8 round, what can I say? What can we say? That's why I say I'm more interested in how she feels about the victories than the 10-8 round, because the 10-8 round, okay, whatever. You know, everybody's going to look at a fight in a different way. But as a fighter, how is she seeing them? Is Grasso impressive? Is Valentina impressive? Because that, when you hear that talk, sometimes you'll think somebody's going to overlook somebody, right? So that's what I'm more like listening into. Gabby said, did you see the video of Whaley picking up Shaq? I did, yeah. That girl, man, she better watch it now. She'll get a hernia. She done went from Ngannou to Shaq. There was no way Lemos was going to handle her. Dang, man. Valentina should have a 10-8 round in the third then, right? Right, yeah. Right, yeah. But yeah, man, it's been fun. I'm gonna jump off of here, y'all. I'm getting hungry, and yeah, good show, good talk. A lot of stuff going on this past weekend. Like I said, you know, I just pretty much was just catching up on fights with y'all, and fights coming up. But we still got more coming. We got 8 WMMA fights this weekend, y'all. 8 WMMA fights, 5 over at Bellator, 3 over in the UFC. So we got to talk. I know BJ's going to be on tomorrow, so I'm going to jump over there, you know, his chat. Maybe you want a link, talk to him a little bit. It's been a while. But yeah, make sure y'all subscribe over here. Everywhere y'all listen to podcasts and YouTube, subscribe, hit that like. But yeah, 8 fights this weekend, y'all. We're going to be busy, man. So yeah, we definitely got to jump on and talk again. But yeah, shout out to everybody in chat. I'm hungry. Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Subscribe. Peace.